Fandoms are the worst thing to happen to media ever. They're so cringe. Fandoms are so cringe. I think I'm the only person to ever think and say this very controversial opinion. Fandoms are so bad, I'm better than all of them because I don't enjoy anything. You enjoy something? What a pleb. I enjoy nothing. I just sit in my room all day counting down the days until the inevitable end. Fandom is a weird thing because it's a natural human response to gather with like-minded people. Obviously you want to find people with a common interest, but sometimes that common interest attracts some interesting people, to say the least.
Emperor! What's with the Emperor? Are they actually...
Let's start this off with a little personal story. Back when I was growing up, it wasn't cool to like anime.
That may explain where you've been for all of this time, but there's still a few things I'd like to know. For starters, where in the world did you get that absurd-looking outfit?
I remember watching Naruto and Pokemon as a kid and hiding it from people because it was such a lame thing to do. You get bullied for watching Naruto, man. I wasn't about to admit that. I used to secretly read Beat the Vandal Buster and Dragon Drive under my desk in school because the school library had a horrible manga section. Fast forward to now and you'll get bullied for only watching Naruto. I remember seeing how uncool it was to watch anime back then and thinking, well, I want to be cool. So I neglected anime and said, nah, that stuff's for nerds. Fast forward to today and younger me was a brain dead ape for not watching it. Because anime for me has been one of my favorite forms of entertainment over the past year. I've gotten the chance to experience so many great shows like Death Note, Gintama, Psyche-K, Toradora, and Promised Neverland. Not Season 2, we pretend Season 2 didn't happen.
Holy look at all this damage!
And after enjoying so many amazing shows, I have to ask my past self, why didn't you give this a chance even though you used to like it? And to be honest, I think there were two main reasons why I neglected it. One, it was a meme to make fun of anime. Middle school and high school me didn't have time to be made fun of. Listen man, I played sports like hockey and baseball and lacrosse, which yes, believe it or not, is an actual sport and not propaganda from the Canadian government. And two, a lot of the negative reputation anime had came from these elitist weebs who would stab you with a silver stake for watching whatever show they don't like.
Get that nasty shit out of my face!
If they could ever make it out of their house. I mean, that's basically all anime fans, right? They're all just butthurt weebs who can't handle criticism, unlike me. But please nobody criticize me in the comments or else I will smash a hole in my wall and melt down on Twitter. But believe it or not, most anime fans, get this, are pretty normal people. However, there are a minority of them who are lunatics that drive people away from the medium. Anime fans are just one example. How about Sonic fans? These are most commonly cited as some of the worst fans on the internet, bar none. True story, I knew a guy that claimed he 100%ed Sonic 06 as a joke.
What the fuck? When does he do this? I don't remember Sonic doing this in the original goddamn game.
Like, yeah, I did a triathlon for the lulz. Think about good Sonic games. They make up a very small percentage of Sonic media. For every accepted good Sonic game, it's followed by an avalanche of dog shit. People are so loyal to this blue hedgehog and I don't understand it at all. But to be fair, the only Sonic game I'd ever played was Shadow the Hedgehog, and you know, if you've played Shadow the Hedgehog, you know that it's a flawless masterpiece that can't be touched. Until recently, I said, you know what? Fuck these guys, they don't exist, and played Sonic Mania, and damn, this game was fun. It almost made me forget that people like this exist.
Sonic the Hedgehog, one of the greatest and most attractive characters ever thought up.
Does anybody really believe all Sonic fans are furry degenerates? Yes! But are all of them furry degenerates? From what I could gather, some of the most accepted horrible fan bases are made up of mostly young children. Five Nights at Freddy's, children. Undertale, children. My Little Pony, children and soon-to-be criminals. If you take a shit in a pool, it floats to the top. Does it? I guess depending on your diet.
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Like Think about that in regards to fandoms too. A person making fan art is not going to become as popular as somebody claiming how you need a high IQ to understand a show. For example, what do you think I'd get more attention for tweeting? Steins Gate is a very good show that I enjoyed a lot and I highly recommend. Or, if you don't like Steins Gate, you're probably just a chimp-brained little kid dream stan who can't understand the complexity of this masterpiece. Maybe you should go back to Sword Art Online. Obviously the second one because of how fucking stupid it is. It's the same thing with Rick and Morty. This was one of the most mainstream horrible fandoms a couple years ago, and for the longest time it prevented me from watching the show. Turns out, Rick and Morty is a pretty good show. For the longest time, I had this internet bias that if a fan base is bad, then that thing must be automatically bad. I realize now that most of these people are a very loud, outspoken, and probably unwashed minority. The idea of the silent majority had never occurred to me. Regarding anime, I didn't even realize how popular it was until I saw the Japanese animation industry hit over $19.8 billion in revenue. That's a lot of clams. When you think of an anime fan, your first thought was probably fat.
Look, here's the deal.
Better than you, Redditing.
I spend like a monthly budget of $200 a month on Funko Pops, and my wife knew this when she married me. And now she's mad about it.
And having a body pillow. Now, some of these people are definitely like this. The majority of them, however, are not, at least unironically. But the ones that are get the brunt of the public attention. If you just went by what Reddit and Twitter showed you, you'd think the JoJo fanbase is made up of entirely man-children and unfunny people. Which, but also, if you went by what Reddit and Twitter told you, you'd have a very warped view of the world. JoJo fans will tell you, yeah man, the animation and the fights are amazing, but what they won't tell you is the parts where they decapitate dogs, or the part where there's a monkey who wants to fuck a young girl, or the part where there's a baby villain and instead of killing it, they feed it its own shit. And that's just in the first half of part 3. I don't know what's more fucked up, all that stuff, or the fact that the show is so damn good, you forget about all of it come the end of part 3. The plot is really interesting, and the characters are great. So I give JoJo's Bizarre Adventure a 10 out of 10 IGN. A little something for everyone. It's funny because the original reason I didn't watch JoJo was because of how awful the fan base seemed. I don't want to enjoy something that these unfunny Redditors enjoy. Is it the best piece of entertainment ever? No. Is it the best anime ever? Fuck no. But is it a good show? Yeah, it's a pretty damn good show. Hell, there are YouTube channels run by hardcore JoJo fans, way more hardcore than me, that are fucking awesome. And the people running these seem like normal ass, down-to-earth people, not people who post memes like this. It's messed up because I hate JoJo fans, but you know who hates JoJo fans more than me? Other JoJo fans. I want to be a part of this community because I love the medium, but they're just making it so damn difficult. I see the sentiment among a lot of people and fan bases, so I stopped even trying.
You think I would be trying in a fucking silver game? That's adorable.
When I was able to separate fans from fandom, I was able to enjoy the show without thinking I'm one of them. If you judged every piece of media by the hardcore fan base surrounding it, there's not much you'd enjoy. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's one of my favorite shows. But if my friend wouldn't stop singing Secret Tunnel, let's just say I'd throw them into a secret tunnel. I am saying I would throw my friend onto the subway tracks. Sure, you can cherry pick the fandom and say everybody who watches this show is insane, or you can cherry pick the fandom and say, hey, this is a pretty cool community, except for those people. Just avoid them. We pretend that they don't exist. K-pop fans, talk about a toxic minority. I wouldn't blame someone if they saw the shit people say on Twitter and said, yeah, all K-pop is trash. But clearly, the people who said this have never listened to Soul Lady by Yukika. Damn, this album is good. By saying all K-pop is trash, you're saying that Gangnam Style is trash. Think about that. Think about what you've done. Think about how your actions have consequences. Even if there are super cringe parts of fan bases, as long as they're not assholes, who cares? And if they are assholes, yeah, I'll admit it's pretty funny to make fun of them. We should let people enjoy things.
Jeffrey Epstein, what's wrong with him? He was just enjoying things.
Okay, well, maybe not all things. Am I saying all fandoms are good? No. Am I saying all fandoms are bad? No. What I'm trying to say here is My Hero Academia sucks. Judge Judy is a much better anime.